Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I hope you guys are doing amazing. Today we're going to go ahead and slay this bob wig. Honey, I haven't made a wig in a minute, so I'm going to show you guys the steps that I take and I hope you guys enjoy. So first we're going to go ahead and prep the hair, and to make this wig I'm going to be using 2 bundles of 10-inch Brazilian straight hair, and I'm also going to be using a lace frontal. I'm not going to keep the hair in the natural color. I'm also going to be dyeing the hair jet black. I'm also going to be bleaching the knots on the frontal as well, because I want it to have like a really natural and light look. So the first thing that I'm going to do is show you guys what I'm going to use to bleach the frontal. I'm going to be using the True Lights Rapid Blue Bleach Powder and the 12% 40 volume developer. Also, to dye the hair black, I'm going to be using the Cream of Nature hair color in jet black. Because I've done this numerous times, I've cut the process. I've basically spread the bleach on the lace and I've put it down on some foil paper upside down, just so that the bleach doesn't run through the lace. And I'm just going to leave that for about 30-40 minutes, but I'm going to keep going back and checking on it to see the progress. So now that I've finished bleaching the knots, this is what it looks like. Now for the sewing. So to sew your wig, you're going to be needing a wig cap, some needle and thread of your choice. You can either use nylon thread or cotton thread. And these are the bundles that I told you guys I was going to color black. So as you can see, they're nice and black, jet black, and I've also colored the frontal as well. So make sure you've got your hair ready. Onto my frontal, I've placed 1 pin on the side, 1 in the middle, and another pin on the other side. And I'm basically just starting to sew from one end all the way over to the other end. So before I start sewing, I made sure that I knot my thread quite a few times, because we don't want it to become loose once we start wearing our wig. So that's what I'm doing. Then I'm just going to continue to sew the complete closure on. I do believe I've got other videos on my channel where I show you how I sew my frontal down, more details, but if you basically look, you can get the idea of what I'm doing on this video as well. So once I get to the end, I just made sure that I knot my thread. Now I'm beginning to sew my bundles down, and I've just started sewing along the back. I'm not going to cut my bundles. I'm just going to sew to the end, and then from there I'm going to go ahead and just flip my tracks over. So I'll do that, then I'll just continue sewing. I basically just use the pins as well to pin the middle, just so that the track is not moving all over the place while I'm sewing. It just makes it a bit easier. So for this process, guys, as you can see, I'm just going to be sewing the tracks, and it's repetitive, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit, but I'm sure you guys can follow along to see what I'm doing. Okay, so once the wig has been completed, I'm just going to go ahead and cut away the excess wig cap away from the lace, because we don't need that. If we keep the wig cap, it's just going to basically show through the lace, so we got to get rid of that. Now I'm jumping in just to pluck the hairline. Now you could just take your time to do this. So I usually do this on my head most of the time, but today I'm just going to do it on the mannequin head. Now to pluck your hairline, you just want to take your time, go in with a tweezer. You don't need to pluck in any particular order. I'm just parting away the hair, and I'm just plucking away like different sections of the hair. You can see what I'm doing, and I mean, you can pluck it to your preference basically. Now I am using my hot comb, and I'm just using that just to define the parting in the wig and just to lay the front of the wig so that it looks really nice and flat. I'm also going to be cutting the wig. I am planning on cutting it a lot shorter than this, but to begin with, I'm just going to cut it at this length, and then later on I'll go in and make it a bit shorter. This is what it looks like once I've cut it shorter and I've straightened it and everything. I may remove some hair from the back because I feel like it could be slightly thinner, but apart from that, it's looking quite good. The next step that we're going to take, we're going to go ahead and do the application process. Alright guys, so here's the wig on my head. I'm just basically trying to position the wig and making sure that the parting is where I need it to be, and I'm just going to use my scissors just to cut the excess lace away from the wig. Now when I'm doing this, I usually do it in sort of like a zigzag pattern, because you don't want to go straight across because your wig will just look a bit boxy, and honey, we don't need that. So to apply my wig, I'm using the Got To Be sprayed and the Got To Be glued, the yellow ones, and I am just basically spreading it along my hairline. Once that's all done, I am just going to go ahead and take my time, of course, and lay my wig. I'm going to start from the middle, because once you start from the middle, you're able to kind of see like what you're doing, you're able to see the process, and you're able to apply the sides of the wig a lot better. I'm just going in with my tail comb, and I'm using the ends of the tail comb just to press the edges of the lace down, and I'm just doing this very carefully on both sides. So don't worry about the white residue that you can see, because that's all going to disappear once the glue has been dried properly. So I'm using my blow dryer just to make sure, you know, everything is dried. Now once I've finished completing this process, I'm going to use my tights, because girl, I like using my tights to lay my edges. Like, I feel like there's nothing that does it better. Okay guys, so this is the finishing product of the bob. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm very happy with it. I do feel like I'm going to do a little bit more plucking. I may do some baby hair because, honey, we got a lot of full head going on here. But overall, I love the bob. So yeah, so much. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, honey. Be proud,